Ready to chug?
You already know.
3, 2, 1, go. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Guys, Beers, and Sports. I'm Chewy.
I'm Adam.
Paul. And we're here for episode number 2. Thank you for joining us. We have a few topics we're going to talk about today. More about the NFL. The reason why is because we're all in a pandemic right now, right?
Yep.
All sports canceled. First time I've ever seen that all sports have been canceled.
It's really boring with no sports.
It is very boring.
You all have to get to know your wives.
I had to sit at home and actually listen to.
Thank God I'm single, baby.
He says that now, but then when he's locked in the house for 2 weeks, he ain't gonna be saying
When he
that.
ain't single, he ain't gonna be around the videos no more. Let me tell you that.
Hey.
And so it begins. All right.
Hey, Paul was the one who delayed us from coming out because he had the baby mama issues that he had to handle before he got to get the permission slip to come and play.
I had to feed my family.
No.
Does that
no,
make me a bad person?
No.
So anyway, we got some wipes here. We got some hand sanitizer. We're ready to go. As a matter of fact, guys, let's all apply some hand sanitizer, please. Adam, you're the furthest away, so
Pass it down, Paul.
we're not touching you.
We are a safe
Dog
sex
people
show.
are gonna
Everybody
criticize
please
on
lube
this.
up. Get clean.
There we go. Nice and sanitized. Here we go.
These are a hot commodity right now. I
This-
mean, luckily between the four of us, we happen to get a little bit of it.
And
So-
Adam found it from like 2 years ago, apparently.
Yeah,
but
that,
hey.
it still works. It's still sanitary.
It
It
smells
works. It
sanitary.
happens, you know?
All right. So guys.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Sanitize
Cheers.
your mouth.
Cheers.
Sanitize your mouth.
Cheers.
With some alcohol.
Cheers.
As the expression goes. Rubbing alcohol for the outside wound.
And we do apologize for not having a beer of the week because of the situation that we are happening right now.
Yeah.
That's happening right
So
now.
what's going on right now, guys? We don't have a beer of the week for the simple fact that all the breweries are closed due to the pandemic that's currently going on. That's not stopping us, though. We are definitely trying to provide some entertainment for you guys. So hopefully you like our show still. Please subscribe and like and share this on Facebook, and we can keep going with this. What do you guys think?
We should mention that we do have a couple beers lined up as soon as this is over.
That's true. We do have a couple breweries who are on the list. They said that they are definitely interested to be on our show. As soon as they're back and open, we're gonna have more beer of the weeks for you guys. More beers that we can try, so you guys can see them, try them out yourselves, and enjoy what we get to enjoy on all our shows. All right, so let's go ahead and start the show. So today's theme, if you haven't noticed by now, is going to be NFL. That's pretty much all the news we have to talk about because there's been a crazy free agency. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
Crazy madness. A lot of stuff going on. So we're all rocking our NFL gear. My bad. My bad. Sorry. We're all rocking our NFL gear. Now, let's go ahead and talk about a couple things. So before we hit free agency, we're going to talk about CBA. So what CBA are the rule changes that NFL is trying to implement this coming season and for the future seasons coming forward.
Hopefully, if
What
there's
does
an
the CBA
upcoming
stand
season.
for, though?
Good question. What does it stand for?
I do not know.
I do not know
That's why I
either.
asked you.
What does CBA stand for?
You're the man. You
It's
got
all right.
it.
We got Sam Witwicky on the background. Sam Witwicky, what does CBA stand for?
Isn't
Cannabis,
it
boobs, and
bargaining
ass.
agreement?
Cannabis, boobs, and ass. It's a family show. So can you go ahead?
Can you be professional
Is
for
it
once?
bargaining agreement something, right?
Did you say
I'm
bargaining
not sure.
first?
Bargaining.
Well,
Well,
it's
C.
I don't know what
something
the C
bargaining
is.
agreement.
Yeah.
Collective bargaining agreement. Hey, good job.
I think we gotta change his name from Sam Witwicky.
All right. So first we're going to talk about CBA, which, Paul, what does it stand for?
The collective bargaining agreement.
We
He
none
had
of
a
us
beer
knew that.
moment, folks.
None of us knew that, but he got it. So let's start with the first one. So the first one they're looking to doing, they're going to extend the season by another week. That means one extra game for the regular season. 17 weeks instead of 16 weeks of playing, which is a total of 18 weeks because of the bye week, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that?
I like it. It gives you a little bit more football, but what I want to understand, does it take away a preseason game?
It does.
So good.
It actually might take away 2 preseason games, is what they're saying.
Okay, that's good. I like that. I like it better. I'd rather have more actual, like, obviously the better players out there playing and performing than actual rookies trying to make it on the team. I mean, they go through a lot of practice to already make it on the team. So, I mean, a couple games of them playing, all right, you're okay.
All right.
You don't
so
need
you're
4.
for it. You're for it. What about you?
I like it too. I mean, not for the big players, because they probably don't like it. The ones making a lot of money, but the little players, the ones, it's another paycheck for them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's another way to support their family. So I'm okay with it.
Very good, very good. So I'm for it. I think that the extra week is really good. I mean, I definitely want to see more football. And just to your point, Paul, they're going to be making $5 billion more for that one extra game as a total, all the players, coaches as well. So extra money, they get to support their family, buy more toilet paper, and hopefully hand sanitizer if they can find any, because I can't find any. I don't know about you guys, but
Hopefully you won't need it.
At that time.
I don't know. I think
by
now.
when the season starts, hopefully the world is back to normal.
All right. So we're just going to the second rule change. The playoffs are going to be expanded to 14 teams with only the top seed getting the bye week. Paul, let's start with you. What do you think?
I like it. I like the fact that it makes the top teams play for something. A lot of teams, if you have the number 1 or number 2 seed locked down, you're gonna rest your players, and sometimes that's not a good thing for us fans when they rest their players, and then they go to the playoffs, they're rusty, and then they lose. We want to see the best teams play each other in the playoffs.
All right. Good point. Good point. Adam?
I like it too. I mean, like Paul said, it makes the top seed keep their starters in at the end of the season. I know a lot of fans get disappointed when they rest them, because they really ain't gonna watch, at that point. And if you're the number 1 seed, you should get a bye. I mean, number 2, not really, because nobody ever remembers number 2.
If you're first, if you're not first,
You're last.
you're last. Ricky Bobby,
Basically.
right? All right.
Shake and
cool.
bake.
So me personally, I do like this. I do like that it's moving into this direction. What I would like to see is eventually no bye week. I want to see everybody compete. Top seed gets the bottom seed. That's my personal opinion. But I do like the fact that we're taking a bye week from the number 2 seed. They still competing because, like you said, if they're not first, they're last. And I can see that. I think the incentive here is that you get to play the bottom seed teams, which is not always a benefit, but I mean, as we've seen before in the past, right?
Look at what happened to the Patriots. Look at what happened to the Ravens.
And the Patriots twice, not even once, twice, right? So, I mean, you never know. You just never know. But I do like that they're moving in this direction.
But Sam, what do you think about the extra week of football?
I like the extra week of football. I mean, who doesn't like football, right? That's just the way it works out. So getting that, one, it's good for the players, it's good for the teams. A lot of revenue coming in, a lot of jobs. That's a little bit more work for everybody, which is awesome. Great stuff. It's tough for the younger guys, right? You try to make a name for yourself when you're doing those preseason games. You're trying to earn a starting spot. It's a little rough for some of these guys. So you got less of an opportunity to do that. I like that because think about it. Everybody here who's a football fan, what happens when your favorite player gets hurt?
It breaks your heart.
It breaks your heart.
Yeah, it depends.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming back in like 3 weeks.
So if you're getting an opportunity to keep them a little bit healthier, and as you guys also stated earlier with what's going to happen in the postseason, you're going to make them also want it more because you want that bye week. I mean, I think it's going to lead to some really exciting football.
And actually, before I move forward, so you can see we all have our teams on. Adam's a Vikings fan.
Yeah.
I'm a Cowboys fan, and Paul's a Chiefs fan, right? What we're not seeing is Sam's team. So Sam, you want to show them your team?
Oh, well, I'll send you the clip later. But
Go ahead,
I'm
jump on
I'm-
camera.
Jump on camera. Don't be shy.
Show
He's a
them.
big guy.
Did you say
So
he's a good
Sam
guy?
is a Titans fan. All right, he's a Titans fan. That's why he doesn't like being on camera. All right, Sam, go ahead and get off. All right.
Hey, what did you guys
He's
do in
still
the
sad
playoffs
about
this past year?
Mariota.
What did you
All
guys
right, so go ahead. Go ahead and have a seat behind the camera. All right, anyway. But going back to the roster. So,
Not a bandwagon fan either, by the way.
I don't think neither one of us have been. As long
We're all
I've known you
loyal.
guys for a long time.
All of us.
And you
Since
guys,
we were
I've
kids.
always known you guys to like your teams for who they were. And when we were kids, I mean, as a kid, you pick a team, you like them,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't really understand football as much as what we do now. So for you
You
to
don't have
pick
to
a
raise your
team
hand,
and
you're
you
not on
stick to
camera.
it.
Look, I'm just saying, my likes traveled with the move of the team from the Houston Oilers to the Tennessee Titans. So fans are fans, right? True fans, dedicated fans. Chewy, I think you came out with a star on your chest.
You
So
I came out the womb with a fucking star on my forehead. Honestly.
I mean, as far as what we have here, we have been fans since we were kids. It's not the bandwagon jumping stuff. We're dedicated fans. We care.
So wait. How did you become a Cowboy fan? Your older sister is a Niner fan.
My older sister is a Niners. She's a diehard Niners fan, actually. So actually, when I was
Shout out to
young,
the Niners.
the jab, there it is. We just lost 2 fans right there that I know of. There goes 2 of our subscribers.
Super Bowl,
But anyway, I became a Cowboys fan when I was little. I used to go hang out with my Dia and her kids a lot, my cousins, right? They were big Cowboys fans. They're a lot older than I am, so they were cheering. They were
Wait,
big on that.
translation Theo's like aunt, right?
Yeah, my aunt, correct.
Okay, that's what
Sorry. My aunt. So since I was over there a lot and I saw them, they were cheering. They were really passionate about that team because this was the 90s. I mean, the Cowboys were thriving at that time. I was interested. I was like, what are they doing? I was probably like 5 years old, I want to say. And when I saw how pumped up they were and I was sitting there and I got pumped up and I started learning. My first jersey, I was 7 years old, was Michael Irvin. That's my all-time favorite player. Michael Irvin was my dude right there. There he is. That's
You
my
can't see it.
guy.
It's the bottom right here.
That's my guy. But that was my first jersey.
touched it.
That was my first jersey when I was 7. So that's how I became. But I think the real question is because there's a lot of Cowboy fans out there.
You need to
How the
set that
fuck did
shit.
you guys pick your teams?
You need to
That's my
set your hands
question.
on fire.
Okay, but you got Dan Bailey,
No.
ex-Cowboy. He just got re-signed, which we'll talk about later.
It's good, baby.
We'll talk
It's
about
good.
later. How did you become a Vikings fan?
How did I become a Viking
You
fan?
don't even like snow.
I love snow, actually. I like ice cream. I like snow cones. My dad and my brothers are Colts fans at heart. My dad always liked quarterbacks. He liked Unitas. He liked Tarkenton. He went and he had both. I saw my brothers. They liked the Colts. My dad liked the Colts as well. I'm the type of guy that goes against the grain. So the other team that my dad liked was the Vikings because of Tarkenton. So I went against the grain as usual, as I do. And I'm a Viking fan. I mean, and at the time when I figured out what football was, the Vikings were doing good. And I stuck ever since.
All right, right on. Paul, Chiefs fan. How did that happen?
How did that happen? I grew up in a very Mexican household.
Hold on. Let me cut you off right there. This is prior to Super Bowl, by the way. He's not a bandwagon. Let me just throw that out there because the Chiefs just won a Super Bowl.
And
Fuckers.
and it was nothing but like soccer. My dad grew up wanting me to play soccer.
I think he likes the
Nothing but
KC
soccer.
off-roading lights.
And honestly, when I started getting into other sports, I mean, first it was basketball. I mean, my first love is basketball, you know. And then when it came to football, once I learned about football and the sport and everything, like when I saw what player I could grow up to be, the only one was Tony Gonzalez. He had a Mexican last name, You know, he was brown like me, not to be racist or anything. He wasn't black or white. He was like me, my skin color, and ever since then.
So it was your Mexican pride. All right. So next rule we got. Actually, we didn't even talk about the primary rule. Hold on. So we got the rosters being expanded from 53 guys to 55 guys, with 48 players suiting up versus 46. What do you guys think about that?
It's actually kind of good. I like it. I mean, you have a lot of teams that have players that get banged up through the regular season, and they come back, you know, mid-season, end of season for playoffs. You could actually see those players, track those players, obviously, right, and put that extra guy as a backup running back because your running backs are the ones that get beat up the most. You know what I mean? Or offensive linemen at that, because offensive linemen and defensive linemen at that, they get beat up a lot.
All right. Paul, what do you think about the 2 men being added to the rosters?
Like I said, more people getting paid, the better it is for people out there. The owners are billionaires. And then pay a little bit more money for an extra 2 guys is not a big thing for them. And it's a big thing for the players, so I'm happy for that.
I think we should get Sam like a couple bucks and like.
All right. I agree though. I think more players is better. I think that this is gonna. Now this is just my personal opinion. I mean, usually how many?
Wait, aren't these all our
Right,
personal
naturally. But
No,
let me put it to you this way.
way.
Let me put it to you this way.
I'm reading a
guys.
script. It's all his opinion.
Let me put it to you this way. So, how many quarterbacks are on a single roster? Normal.
2 or
At
3.
least 2 or 3.
At least 3, right? How many punters and how many kickers?
One, because the punter is expected to be able to kick, and
Right.
vice versa.
Now, how many times have you seen a punter go down or a kicker go down? Not often,
Not often.
but it happens, right?
The Cardinals kicker that celebrated too much.
There it is. There it is. And I'm gonna.
Do you guys remember
I'm
that?
gonna cut to that video. That's what I'm gonna do in the editing. Cut to that video. All right. But true. So you don't see too many punters, kickers, maybe even an additional quarterback. Some will have. Most teams will have 3. Some will only have 2, right? Because they have that much confidence in their primary. But let's think about what happened to the Redskins, right? Their main quarterback broke his leg. Alex Smith.
You're talking about like 2 years ago?
Yes, and then
Paul had a voodoo doll at that time.
their backup quarterback, which I think who was it, Colt McCoy? I think that's
Yeah, I
who
think
it
it
was.
was McCoy.
He also broke his legs, so he had to go to the 3rd string quarterback, which luckily they had one. Imagine if they didn't have one. What do you have to do? You have to look at a receiver or something like that, which is when the field goal kicker went down. A lot of these other players, safeties, cornerbacks, they were kicking field goals, right?
That's just when you know you have a shitty ass offensive line.
Okay. Yep. Right. Exactly. But going into this, my point being, adding those 2 more players, that 2 more players can be an additional punter, kicker, either one, or it can be an additional quarterback. All right. All right. So next rule that we ran into is the rookie salary cap is supposed to go up. So not the salary cap. I'm sorry. They're going to start earning $100,000 more. So I mean, on average, on the first year, a rookie would make about $480,000. So we're talking about going up over to $580,000.
Almost 600K. That's good.
Almost 600K. $500,000. What do you guys think for a rookie?
What I think is that there's going to be a lot more thoughts out there with with kids from athletes that never really.
Manti Taylor's
Kids
girlfriend's
from
gonna be for
athletes.
real.
Yeah.
Manti Taylor's girlfriend's gonna be real, huh?
Something
That's
like
what's
that.
gonna happen.
Thoughts we get trying to get pregnant by these rookies that aren't really making that.
That's
real
true.
money,
That's
though.
true. Just like rappers and all that
Yeah,
stuff, right?
that's what I'm saying.
But sometimes too much
With the
money.
Thoughts, kids.
Too much money could be a bad thing, right?
It can.
Let's think about these
Johnny
rookies.
Manziel?
Let's talk about the rookies. Exactly, Johnny Manziel, right? What was his nickname?
Money.
Johnny Manziel.
Money, Johnny Money, right? He was all about that money. That's what it was. So at some point, it stopped being about the game, and it became about the fame.
Yep.
Would you
It
agree?
became about spending that money on
Making it rain.
And that's exactly what I'm saying.
some snow.
So maybe spending more money or giving them more money could be a bad thing in this situation. I mean, it could be that they're not going to play as passionate as they would have trying to earn that big
But
paycheck.
Johnny Manziel got paid millions because he was a first round pick. We're talking about like the
First
like,
round prick, is that what I heard?
He was a first class pick.
All right, that's true. But more money for the rookies. You guys for it or against it?
I'm against it.
Against it. Why?
I think they should get, instead of like 1 year, maybe 2 years, give them an extra year. Not give them more money.
Okay.
Whatever their contract is, give them an extra year, not more money. Let them show their worth and then talk about more money.
So you think it's gonna take away from the game, pretty
Yeah.
much, right? Because
Yeah.
they're trying to earn it. That's what
Yeah.
they want to do. I mean, if you think about it, these are college kids trying to earn that paycheck.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
Paul talking about like the XFL last episode. Like, let them start. They're not NFL players. They're not NFL players yet. They're in the NFL. They haven't proved themselves yet.
You gotta put more of an accent when
You
you
know.
mock Paul. Okay.
But you know, like
Are you making fun of a Mexican accent?
No, I was
I'm
trying to make it
saying
more
accurate.
accurate.
Mexican. It's
Mexican.
Yeah, Mexican accent. All right. I see your point. Well, you
Just
know,
because I'm the only one that knows how to speak 2 languages. Shut the fuck up, guys.
see and no. 2 languages.
hey, all I'm saying is Sam was a catcher for 13 years. All right.
What do you tell you? What he's still
baseball,
catching for
baseball,
us.
baseball.
Right.
Football toss.
Touchdown.
Make sure-
Diggs!
Who's
With the
no
Bills.
longer? Yeah.
I don't
who's
know
no longer
shit.
with-
I still show love. He gave us a miracle.
All right. So here's another thing. Here's another big thing that's going to be going on.
Beer and you see me empty.
Yeah, I mean we all need one.
There's a little bit of beer
Alright.
that's still from your Siestro, Mariota.
So let's talk about when it comes to suspensions and all
Let's
that
talk
as well.
about sex, baby. Let's talk about you.
Wow,
baby.
cut him off.
Spilling
Cut
it.
him off.
All spilling it.
Cut him off.
All right.
We're gonna name that Hammer Paul.
So guys, we all know that Roger Goodell is the bad guy when it comes to issuing the rules, laying down the rules, suspending players. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, every time he's on the draft, they boo him every time he comes up, right?
Yeah.
So now they're changing that. Now there's going to be one arbitrator who's going to issue, or I should say enforce, those rules, the whatever discipline it's going to be. There's going to be an arbitrator who reviews what's going on, and they're actually going to issue it. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah,
So what do you think? What do you think about the arbitrator?
The arbitrator, so what if okay, Roger Goodell wants this, the arbitrator's gonna do this, so who's gonna be right? Oh, Chewy, you wanna go to the table?
So who's going to be right?
The arbitrator or Roger Goodell?
Just so you guys know,
Roger Goodell.
Sam's under the table.
We're not looking.
That was a kiss for a thank you.
How you earn the big bucks?
That's how he became production manager.
That's how he gets paid what we get paid, and he doesn't even have to do anything.
All right, so Adam, what do you think about the whole arbitrator situation? I mean, one person who says this is what happens, lays down the law, this is the disciplinary action. What do you think?
I kind of like it just because Roger Goodell doesn't get all the say at the end. But at the end of the day, who's going to be right? Roger Goodell or...
It's the arbitrator.
It's
Roger Goodell, it's not going to be his decision.
So then, why do you need Roger Goodell?
He's the commissioner. He's going to enforce other rules, not the disciplinary action.
It's like why the
Disciplinary
cops
action.
have IA, right? So it's someone who's separate from the main entity of rules that's going to focus on just one specific thing. And I guess it's because he's made so many unpopular decisions.
Right?
Right.
And I think a lot of people look at it as his opinion was biased.
Yeah.
Because you had the same situation on two different players, and yet they had different disciplinary actions. An arbitrator is going to be better. It takes out the bias.
I think they should have 2 arbitraries if they're gonna do that.
But then you're going to have a difference in opinion.
It-
So
it-
in that
it-
case,
it-
you might as well have
it-
3.
You need
But
check
then you
and
might as well have
balances.
3.
But no,
And
no,
that
no,
plays
no,
the
no, no, not
majority
three.
rules.
Not
Majority
3.
rules.
You need to have 2, and they both have to come to an agreement. And Roger Goodell could enforce the agreement.
Like,
But then
be
you're
a
putting the
tiebreaker,
power right
so to
back
speak.
in.
No,
Roger
it's
Goodell.
not in his hands.
Roger Goodell is not in charge. If you do this,
He's the third
Roger
arbitrary.
No, okay, I can see that. But Roger Goodell is getting pushed out of the picture for the disciplinary.
Okay,
actions.
he's getting pushed out the picture.
So you're
but
taking a person who's looking
pushing
at
him
the
out of the
situation.
picture,
Whoever voted for this, which is all the NFL owners.
himself, pretty much.
Owners?
He voted, but the NFL owners voted
Yeah.
as well, and the NFL players. So NFL players also have a vote on whether or not these
So,
rules go into
Talk
effect.
about
But can we
Talk about last show.
can we just say
weed
why the
in
CBA
Denver. It's
passed?
legal.
Well, what are you getting at? Why
Huh?
did the
What
CBA pass?
what about
The CBA was not gonna pass. Until all the world got crazy.
Okay.
They understood that they were never gonna get the same deal again because all the owners were gonna take that deal off the table. They were gonna try to figure out how they're gonna remake their money just in case the season doesn't play out, and they were gonna come back with another offer that was gonna F the players at the end of the day.
Okay.
So what?
So that this is the most player friendly
Right.
CBA that they were gonna get offered.
Okay. Okay.
So at the end of the day, that's why they took
This
it.
is a CBA that made everybody happy. Essentially, everybody was
yes.
okay with
At
it.
the
Happy
moment.
yes.
Happiest.
At the
Correct.
moment.
All right, guys. Now let's talk about free agency. There's been
I miss you.
There's been a lot of traffic in free agency, right? A lot been going on. Let's start with the biggest topic right now. What's the biggest topic?
Sammy Watkins getting cut from the Chiefs.
Actually, that's not the biggest topic. That's your
Diggs.
biggest topic,
Diggs.
and that's your
Diggs.
biggest
I
topic.
mean,
But hold on. The biggest thing going on right now,
Represent Diggs.
the biggest thing going on right now is Tom Brady. Tom Brady.
Trash. Who?
That's
Tom
your headliner, right?
Brady.
That's your headliner.
Tom Brady with the Bucks. What do you guys think
Tom
about?
Brady with the.
What do you guys think about Tom Brady with the Bucks?
I think he's running out of luck.
He's running out of luck.
No, that's
Why is
the
that?
Colts.
Because he's
he retired.
Because he's not gonna win anything.
He's not going to be what he was with the
no.
Patriots.
And he has really good weapons and all that, but he's old. And as we all know here, we can all pretend and all that, but
When you get old,
that age, it's a real fucking thing.
You know what's sad is that we're definitely younger than him, and we feel older than him though.
Yeah. Well, think about it.
Because we're
Well,
fat.
you don't need avocado ice cream and shit like that. Though.
No, but his age.
Avocado on my tacos, thank you.
Who was the last quarterback?
We eat
guys?
guacamole.
Did he just Brady?
Huh?
Who was the last?
So I mean, Tom Brady at his age, I mean, you can put in the conversation that he's doing what a lot of other quarterbacks did at their tenure, right? So we had Peyton Manning, long term with Indianapolis Colts, went
Who?
to
Who?
Indianapolis Colts. Indianapolis Colts, and then went to the Broncos. With the Broncos, he
Fuck
won
the
a
Broncos.
championship. He won a championship. He did work. He did work, right? And then he's done at that point. So I mean, hey, this is the thing. Tom Brady's gonna attract talent. And Tampa Bay has some money to pay for
I
talent.
wonder how many
Some.
phony fans of the Patriots are still going to be Patriots fans, though.
That's what I'm curious.
That's actually very.
Shout
good
out
question.
to you, Edgar, white boy.
Oh, whoa. I'll give you the bird, but I can't. This is the bird.
I'm not cutting that out.
All right. Tom Brady. So Tom Brady got a 2-year deal for $50 million guaranteed. $50 million.
50 milli.
Is he worth $50 million for 2 years?
If you're Tampa Bay, I say yes.
Okay.
You're Tampa Bay. You're a team that has lost a lot in the last few years.
A few struggles, right?
Yeah, and as our
What was it? 2000.
our beer guy had told us earlier, their season tickets.
Skyrocketed.
Yes.
Right.
So for the team, I think it's worth the money, right?
Beer guy.
I mean, as far as for the owner.
Yeah.
Well, for the
Sam.
owner, it's making money. Yeah, for the owner.
Sam.
And
Sam,
for the
go
team
ahead,
though,
hero.
as well, because you know,
Right,
he's-
they're gonna
Hold
benefit.
on, we're
from
talking
it,
about Sam right now.
he's not gonna throw 30 picks. I don't think.
Okay, well, let's have time.
Because he don't even throw the ball
He
30
had his
times all
hand
the
raised.
time. He'll throw like little checkdowns all the time.
Checkdowns.
Right. Sam.
No, I mean, good points there as far as what you're saying, Paul, and I agree entirely as far as the type of quarterback that he is, the checkdowns. One, that's the safe bet, right? But the fact that he's bringing in the money into the stadium, that means that you're going to get butts and seats. You're going to get money for the team, and that down the road lets you do more. So he's good for the team long term. For the coming season, he's a little bit older. I don't think he's going to be maybe as explosive as he was, even with the new weapons that he's attracting. But he's going to do two things for the team. One, bring in money, and two, coach up whoever's going to be your future. Period. They're going to get to learn a lot from this guy. He's known as the GOAT for a reason. That's not just talk. So what he's going to do for that team long term down the road is saying something.
So the Bucks are gonna have Spygate and Deflategate?
Absolutely. And they're going to win.
Okay, just asking. Just asking.
Hey, I mean, Tom Brady is going to be forced to be reckoned with.
Absolutely.
I mean, he got
Tampa Bay
he got
Bucks?
good. He got Goodwin.
I mean, look at this. Look at
Mike
this.
Evans, dude.
Yeah, him too.
Evans.
Tampa Bay.
He's a fucking beast.
Tampa Bay was 7-9 last season.
With 30 picks.
So
So you bring that down to maybe 5 picks throughout the
I'm
season?
thinking.
At best.
No.
Do you think the defense is gonna hold up?
I'm thinking 11-5. What do you guys think? 11-5.
Wait, the pick
Record?
total?
Pick total from Brady. What, maybe 5, 6 for the season? You think he's going to have more? With the weapons that he has now?
Yes.
I say Brady under
At least
5.
15, dude.
You think so?
12, 15 picks.
For the next season, I say Brady under 5.
Look,
hold
Brady's
on.
best
Give him
season.
8.
He has,
Under 10.
he has Goodwin. He has Evans. So he has to throw the ball down the field. He's an old man. You believe you can throw the ball
You
further-
don't think
further
they're gonna
than you
change
think?
one of them up?
No, he thinks he can still
You
throw the
don't
ball.
think they're gonna
And
change
there's
him
gonna
and
be
make one of them
there's
into
gonna be
a
few
Wes
times-
Walker?
There's gonna be a few times when he has a kink in the arm. Oh shit! And like
No, he's
leaving
not
it
you.
short.
He's not you, dude.
I know he's not me.
So he's gonna stretch the field.
That paycheck's a lot different. You
Right?
It's
Jesus.
know? All right. So Tom Brady.
What's the least? What's the least number of interceptions that Tom Brady?
He
threw?
had 8 last year. The least was 2.
Okay.
No, 0.
So
for
8
the
was the
2008
8
season.
was
He
the
didn't play.
most.
He got hurt that year.
Right, but and then the 2000 season, I think, same. But his least was 2. Last year he had 8.
All right,
And
so I'm
he
gonna
had
go under
trap
8
receivers
with
last
for last year. Then.
I'm thinking
I'm gonna
8.
go under 8.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
say
8.
higher.
10, 10 or less.
A new
is what I'm
system, a new.
Wait. So what should we do with this? We pick a quarterback. We should do a challenge with this. At
Oh,
the,
with
at
that?
the end.
We bet. For,
Alright,
well,
it's-
that's if the season starts
It's
regularly.
bragging
right?
rights. Bragging rights.
Yeah,
So
bragging rights.
20 bucks.
I'll say
Let's
10.
go $20.
I say 10,
I think he has something to prove. I say 5.
but you can't pass a number. So you say 5.
I'm gonna go.
$1, Bob.
I'm gonna go under 8.
No, you gotta pick a number.
8.
8. I say 10.
I'm gonna say 15.
Okay.
So you're gonna say his worst
15,
season ever,
10
interception wise. That's
8.
what you're saying.
and 5.
Yeah.
New system, New receivers.
No
Yeah.
Spygate, right?
No, definitely.
Well, you know what? Tom Brady's gonna have some help on the opposite side, though. He's got Jason Pierre-Paul.
Yeah, they
Pierre-Paul?
re-signed him. They re-signed him.
He re-signed for 2 years for $27 million.
He ain't got no fingers though.
He ain't got no fingers. That means no interceptions, but he can push a
He
pile,
can shut
though.
down.
Yeah,
something.
he can
Yeah.
move people though. Jason Pierre-Paul, JPP has been he's been a force to reckon with.
No.
All right, so Tom Brady, Jason Pierre-Paul, that's with the Bucks. Let's talk about another big trade. DeAndre Hopkins went to the Cardinals on a trade
For a sandwich.
for a sandwich. Ooh.
What is this?
For a
NBA
sandwich.
2K from last year?
I mean, they got David Johnson and a second round pick
I
and
haven't
a
heard David
fourth
Johnson's
rounder.
name in like 3 years.
I don't know, man. David Johnson,
And a
a second rounder
and
and
fourth?
a fourth rounder
Oh no, for DeAndre Hopkins,
for DeAndre Hopkins.
And-
top tier receiver.
He
And
is
a
a top
pick.
tier
They got
receiver.
Hopkins and a pick.
Oh Lord, no.
I mean, hey, DeAndre Hopkins arguably is worth first rounder.
And they re-signed
Hands
Kenyon
down.
Drake.
Hands down. He's worth a first rounder. But what I would say is I think Cardinals got a good trade for that.
Well, yeah, did they win it? I think so.
I think the Cardinals got a
I
good
believe they won
trade
that
for
one.
that.
Oh my God.
Here we go.
All right, guys. So let's go. Moving on with free agency. We got the Atlanta Falcons. They went ahead and got Todd Gurley. What do you think about Todd Gurley going to the Falcons?
It was. I don't think it was a good move.
Why is that?
I just don't.
Why is
By
that?
who? By him or by the team?
By the team. I think they should have kept Freeman. Freeman was better fit than
They
Todd.
should have re-signed him.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's just my opinion.
Okay.
I think Gurley just stole a lot of money from the Falcons.
Okay.
Um,
You think he wasn't worth what he got?
no, I think he still got like he's getting a $6 million deal. or
6
something
million.
like that.
Yep.
But I think he's still making like $5 million from
7-5.
from the Rams.
7-5 from the Rams.
So he's still getting paid pretty well. And the last time I looked up into this, I saw that doctors were saying that his knees were
Done.
Like yours?
like mine.
So he
pretty
should be
much.
back here with us, pretty much.
Pretty much, and he's only 26 years old. So I'm not mad at him. Make your money, you know what I mean. But
So let's
What
put it
do
in
you
this.
think?
Let's put it in this perspective. You don't think that Todd Gurley, maybe not to the magnitude, but you don't think he can make a comeback like Adrian Peterson did off a torn ACL? Not as good as Adrian Peterson. I'm not saying that.
No.
But can he make a comeback?
I'm not even trying to make the argument.
From
But he
what I
really
read,
didn't have the recovery.
from
or
what I read,
did he have the right
his knees
doctor?
were really what is it called? They had really bad arthritis.
Okay.
Both of his knees,
So you feel like physically he's just
Done.
done.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. And what were you saying?
Like, he didn't have the. Did he have the right doctor like Adrian Peterson? Did he have the right?
I mean, there's a
healing
lot of
time?
factors, right? There's a lot of factors, but and this is what I'm saying. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is, will he make a bounce back?
So what do you think? We give our opinions. You have it.
I think Todd Gurley, as a name, is going to be an influence for the Falcons. As a name, as
Just
a
as a
player,
name.
I don't think he's going to be what he was with the Rams. I don't think he'll do it. I honestly don't. I agree. I think Todd Gurley kind of robbed them.
What
The
about you,
Falcons have
Sam?
space. Hold on. But I will say this, that Todd Gurley as a name is right now at where he's at. With the Rams, they're saying, okay, he didn't do so much for the Rams on his last season. But is that possible that he won't bounce back? That's why I brought up the whole Adrian Peterson situation. So as a name, people are going to start being, okay, they have a running game. We got to watch for the running game.
They had one with.
Is what I'm saying with their
Devontae
defense.
Freeman When
Yeah.
Is what I'm
Freeman
saying
was
with their
a beast.
defense, though. Is with the defense, their thought is we got to watch for Todd Gurley.
Honestly,
And whether
though-
or not he'll do it, I don't think he'll do it.
Honestly, though, I think it has been proven lately that the running back position, it doesn't pay no more in the NFL. and
But that's what got
And-
most of the teams into the playoffs.
and
That's what-
honestly, I don't. But that's how they're looking at it, though.
Mhm.
It's not a position that you go pay millions for. You know what I mean?
As
think
opposed to
that's-
the quarterback.
I think that's because of the new breed of quarterback. You have the Lamar Jackson, you have the
Because you
Patrick
can have the
Mahomes.
quarterback that can run.
as
Yeah.
opposed to the
You just
quarterback.
need
Yes.
you need a good catching running back now.
You know about catching.
Ha 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 ha.
You know, but that's why Derrick Henry didn't get the contract that he deserved. He worked his ass off for it.
Russian leader.
And they didn't give it to him.
Yeah.
Or paying Amari
There you go.
Cooper
Oh yeah.
$100 million for not showing up.
Oh.
For not
you
showing
forgot
up.
to put him in.
Huh? $100 million for not showing up.
For not showing up.
So they pay their running back
Yeah, thank you.
a crazy
Appreciate it, at
crazy
least.
amount of money. They pay their receiver who doesn't show up
It's not the receiver who didn't
in
show
big
up.
games. Hey, he checked himself out from big games
It wasn't the receiver.
for a lot of money.
So the question is,
And
Amari
then
Cooper
you
worth
won't
it?
pay your supposedly franchise quarterback. Dak is gone.
I think
That's
after
gone.
the
You
year,
tag
there's a
him?
chance.
That's gone.
Yeah.
You
After the
tag
year,
him?
there's a
The
chance.
disrespect?
Do you know why they tagged him?
Yeah.
Why?
I heard because Dak doesn't kiss ass to Jerry Jones.
Okay.
That's what I heard.
So they tagged him
Correct.
because that extends the period for it to land a bigger contract.
Obviously, but why
So
would you?
what kind
Why
of
would you
contract do you
extend
want?
him?
They offered him
I
33
I agree with
million.
33 million. That's not the point.
That's
though.
you
actually,
wanna pay
I
him
think
more?
that's over.
And you
I
want
didn't-
to lose key players?
Is that what I said?
No.
Okay.
So you're set on Dak though.
Can I say what I'm gonna say?
Okay, but
Are you ready?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm not ready.
So what I'm saying is, I don't
Doesn't
agree
matter.
that he's worth more than 33 million. I agree with that. I'm not saying that. Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, we had this conversation. I think he's worth that amount.
A mil or two.
Right in there.
Yeah,
Right in there. I would say right in between the two of them. That's where he's at.
underneath the two.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
I
Well,
agree.
we're right there.
Yes.
My thing.
Now, this is the problem. They put a franchise tag on him. The reason why is because they're trying to stretch out this whole process where he doesn't shop anywhere else. What this is saying is that Jerry Jones knows that he can get a better deal somewhere else. That's what this is saying.
So you think Jerry Jones is getting a different quarterback?
No, they're gonna sign him. This is what I'm telling you.
They're letting Dak know that he can't. That he's not gonna find a better one. Than
They're letting Dak know that we're not gonna let you go anywhere else.
Hmm.
Dak knows he can get a better deal.
I don't think so.
You don't think so.
33
You don't think so.
from another team.
But I can tell you, there's
Dolphins.
other teams.
Dolphins.
There's other teams that feel like they can get a better deal.
I think Dolphins would go
Maybe
35 because
There
of
you
the
go.
money they have
Maybe
available and they
Dolphins.
need to keep
and it's
that.
not a whole lot more. It's not a whole lot more.
Maybe
than
the
what
Browns-
they get.
Maybe the
yeah,
Browns.
maybe
Maybe the
Chargers.
Browns.
Yeah.
Or Cincinnati. Cincinnati.
No, Cincinnati would offer him the world, but they'd offer fucking Adam the
What
world. If he
what Jerry Jones is doing is playing mind games, guys.
I can throw a whole ball. I can throw a whole ball. Sorry. Fuck. Shit.
No,
Sorry.
but
call
Jones, I
him
agree
the
with you.
brown rifle instead of the red.
I agree with Jesus. I think Jerry Jones is playing mind games. He's letting Dak know that Jones still has power over this scenario. He's letting him know, hey, look,
I'm gonna pay you, but
yeah.
there's like
So-
I'm
so
just
I
letting
have
you
a-
know you're not
question,
going
I have a
anywhere
question.
else.
You know
No,
what?
go
though?
ahead. Why are you gonna let your quarterback right now, Dak Prescott? Okay, you're gonna play mind games with him, right? You're gonna give him the opportunity to sign maybe with another team.
He's not
He
giving
doesn't
off.
have-
Wait. I said maybe. I said maybe.
No,
But
but
you
that's
know
the whole
what, though?
point of the franchise
That's
tag.
what
You know what though?
It's a-
I think Dak is asking for fucking.
Too much. I think he's asking for too much.
He's
I think
asking,
so,
he-
too.
he's asking
40
for,
million
He's
is
asking
not
for,
gonna
for,
happen.
for Patrick Mahomes numbers. He is not no fucking Patrick Mahomes. He's not no Russell Wilson.
Dude, get off
Russell
the
Wilson,
fucking
yeah.
Super Bowl shit.
You
Patrick
know,
Mahomes got a Super Bowl.
you know
though.
who did it
So-
right? Breeze. He
Patrick
took less
Mahomes
money
gonna
to
get
keep
paid,
weapons.
dude.
That's what he should have done.
No, this is what I'm saying. Okay,
I'm just saying he's putting himself in that tier.
Yeah, he's trying to put
When-
himself higher than what he is.
When
But
he
this
doesn't
is
belong there.
this is the point, though. This is what the league is now. The league is about saying what I should be worth versus what I am worth. That's what's going on now. All these players want to get paid. All these players want to get paid more
Yeah.
than what they're worth because they say I can be worth that much. Versus this is what I've done to get paid that. That's just what it is now. That's what the league is. Plain and simple.
And that is the most needed position in football, right?
That's what it is. But
Okay.
that's what it is.
If you could right now, top 5 paid quarterbacks for what they've done, who would you pay?
For what they've done.
Like overall.
Yes.
Everybody knows
Oh.
number one. Everybody knows number one. He's with the Bucks.
Yeah, Tom Brady's got to be on the top of that list. He has
Wait.
he has the best resume.
Yeah.
He has the best resume. You saying based off of what they've done?
He was his division title holder.
Ah,
for many
okay,
years.
but that's based off of what they've done. It's
Well,
not based on what they can do.
He did it with a different team though.
Who?
Tom Brady. He did it with.
You said quarterbacks. You didn't say what they're with now.
Okay.
You said what they
Your
did.
top
what
5,
they did.
Your top 5 valued quarterbacks right now.
Based
Who
on
are
what?
they? Huh?
Based on what?
Who would you pay the most?
right now
So
today.
as of right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go to
First.
right now.
I'll
Go,
go
go,
first.
go, Paul.
I'll take Patrick Mahomes. I'll take Lamar Jackson.
I agree.
I'll take
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. Yes. I'll take Carson Wentz. No. I'll take Tom Brady for 5. I will take
Russell Wilson.
Russell
Wilson. Based on what you're
Yes,
saying, is Russell
yes,
Wilson.
Yes.
My 5.
I would do Drew
Cousins?
Brees number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
my
do
5.
Brees 1, Mahomes 2, Lamar Jackson 3. Brady would be my 5, and Wilson would be my 4.
I got Cousin as 5, Wilson as 4, Brady obviously as 1, Rodgers as 3, and then Jackson as 2.
I have Brady 1.
The hate is real.
I have Brady as number 1.
No, for me, Mahomes is definitely a hard.
I have
two.
Brady number 1. I just feel like okay. So the way I'm interpreting this, if I were to take a quarterback for my team,
Yeah.
I'm saying Brady would be number 1. I think there's a lot of weapons on my team for Brady to take
For him to
advantage
use,
of,
yeah.
so he can be mediocre and still have a great season. That's number 1. Number 2, I put Drew Brees, hands down. Drew Brees,
Experience.
I just think like he has experience number 1,
No.
and I still think he has plenty of years on him. I think he still has plenty of years.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I would still say that, dude.
Experience is-
I would still say that, especially if you have an O-line to protect him. He's gonna have some years on him. So Brady, Breeze. My number 3 is gonna have to be Lamar Jackson. I would definitely say Lamar Jackson because he's new, he's fresh, he can run. This dude is a running back, receiver, and a freaking quarterback at the same time. I got Mahomes number 4. Mahomes is right now at the current moment, like I said, that's based on what it is. He's a dual threat. I feel like this guy can survey the field like almost no other quarterback can do in the amount of time that
He has that Madden vision.
Hold on. So I feel like he can do it in the amount of time that no other quarterback can do it. Rodgers can survey the field, but he needs more time to do it. Mahomes can do it in 5 seconds.
Less.
He can look on the right, he can look on the left, and pick a viable option in 5 seconds. Now, that's very hard for a quarterback to say because ideally in 3-4 seconds, quarterback should be out of the pocket. Ideally. And I think Mahomes
should be gone, yeah.
And Mahomes will be out of the pocket in 3 and still find a viable option within 5. That's my opinion, which is why he's my number 4.
So who's your 5th?
My number 5,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I would say Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is my number 5.
And again, we're all thinking about our own teams, right?
Right, exactly. Number 5, the reason why I put Aaron Rodgers number 5 is because, I mean, he's proven that he's clutch. He is clutch. So the Titans got Vic Beasley. Derrick Henry got put on a franchise tag. Dennis
Trash.
Cowley, offensive tackle, he signed for 3 years, $21 million. And Ryan Tannehill, got a 4-year deal for 118 million with 62 million guaranteed.
Trash.
So what do you think about the Titans?
I think they should have paid Henry, honestly.
Yeah, it should have been Henry more.
Tannehill played, 8 games? And the majority of those games were pretty much carried on Henry's back. I mean, he did make some throws, but as a NFL quarterback, you should be able to make those throws that he made. But the fact that they placed a tag on Henry and paid Tannehill.
So what does that say, though? Does that say they're willing to lose their running back over
Pretty
the
much.
quarterback?
It's more replaceable, I guess is the word.
Okay.
Eventually, they think they could find another running back before they can find another quarterback.
I agree with you. I think Derrick Henry kind of carried them quite a bit. I think what their fear is that they saw something in Ryan Tannehill that they were not getting out of Marcus Mariota, and they kind of impulse offered a contract versus thinking about what their future was going to be. Now, Derrick Henry is, like you said, I think he carried them on their back quite a bit throughout the regular season. But Tannehill kind of stepped up quite a bit. I think he showed them something.
A lot of it.
He showed them something that they wanted, but I still think it was an impulse buy.
Started 10 games.
Who'd you guys?
So next team we got the Vikings.
Yeah, nigga.
10-6 last season, so you guys had a playoff run.
Yeah, we did.
What do you think about your free agency?
I'm sad about Diggs. I'm still sad about Diggs.
Right.
I mean, we still got Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen is still a beast. I wish we still had Diggs. Kirk Cousins, I finally hope he can pull his head out of his ass and make some completions, and we'll see where we go from there.
All right.
That's basically my opinion.
All right. Looks like you guys signed Dan Bailey to an extension though.
Yeah,
I guess he did enough work for you, right? The field goal.
I'm not worried about my kicker. My kicker's good. Dan Bailey, I like Dan Bailey. He's good. He's consistent.
That's good.
I mean, he's just like every other kicker. They miss those extra points, those field goals. It just happens. It's a job, but I hope he gets more consistent and better.
Okay. So Paul, you have the Chiefs, 12-4 last season. Not only that, came off with the Super Bowl, so you must be feeling pretty good, right?
I'm just worried about Chris Jones, dude.
What's going on with Chris Jones?
We placed the franchise tag on him.
That's right.
And
yeah.
he's a beast.
All right.
And
So you don't want to lose him.
And we don't, but we have a tendency of trading away really good defensive players for draft picks, and then just drafting offensive players.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm not worried about my offense because we have Tyreek Hill signed, we have Kelsey signed. Yeah, but I want that money to go to Chris Jones, which I'm worried that it's not going to go to Chris Jones. Because
Who?
Chris Jones.
Who?
Because I'm also hearing rumors about like them trying to sign Patrick Mahomes for long term.
When is the contract up?
Not this year, next year.
Yeah, the rookie contract.
So
ends next year.
2021.
Yeah, so he's still getting paid shit money.
Yeah, and you already won a Super Bowl.
The Dak Prescott money, he's still getting paid. And but I think they're saying like 40, 50 mil, which is fucking crazy. But I think if someone deserves it, it's him.
I think he's closer to that number than any other
If he
quarterback
wins
right
this
now.
coming year, if he gets another ring, I say yes.
I mean,
you don't have to win it.
He
You
already
just have to
won
get him
one.
to
To
the
break a
championship.
record as far as a pay.
I think he already won one, and he's already proven himself consistently.
Yeah.
But now the Super Bowl under his belt, I think if any quarterback is closer to that number, it's definitely him.
He has to get back to the playoffs at least.
Yeah, like if he can have another big run.
Yeah, if he
I
does the
think
playoffs, I
he's
can see
one,
that.
no matter
But
what.
he
You know what I
definitely-
mean? Yeah.
He's the
At
closest
least.
one to that number, I would say that.
How about at least?
But like, it scares me though, because like, if they were paying him that much, like,
What
Where
is
are they
the
going to
rest
have to
of
make the sacrifices?
yeah, you know, like defense, we're gonna go back to fucking last year when we lost to the Patriots in the AFC Championship because the defense.
So you think the
was
Super Bowl was more of a team effort?
Yes.
All right, right on.
I think it was a combination. I think it's like
Combination
that
of elements.
for every championship. It was a combination of like good players that were getting paid and they did their job.
Must have felt good playing against D
but-
Ford and beating them, though, right?
Oh God, yes.
My boys here, we just signed Clinton Dix. Now, this is the thing. Clinton Dix he's been in the league for a minute. But we just lost Jeff Heath to the Raiders. So we need a safety, and I think has kind of proven himself as a name in that safety position.
Yeah,
So
because he
I'm-
makes fun of because people make fun of him all the
They're
time.
laughing.
Ah!
I was even say.
but his numbers are there, so he's done good enough. Oh, damn.
Boss burn all over you.
We re-signed. We re-signed Amari Cooper. Reed Cooper got a 5-year deal, $100
Hey,
million.
babe.
Kai Forbath, our new kicker. Sean Lee re-signed, but I mean, other than that,
Yo, babe.
not that many big. Oh, we got Gerald McCoy. Gerald McCoy is going to add to our defense, but we lost Robert Quinn.
What about
Robert Quinn went to the Bears, so
How do you really feel about
Amari Cooper.
Amari Cooper?
I know that's where you're going.
Yeah.
I like him. I like it. I mean,
Amari Cooper's trash.
you could say that, but Amari Cooper has done.
Dude, my team
work
played
for
against
our team.
Amari Cooper for many years.
That's
And
fine,
I
but
saw
that's with the
that he was
Raiders.
trash.
But that was with the Raiders.
He did that shit with you guys too.
No, he didn't.
Towards the end, he
no,
did.
he didn't. Amari Cooper.
Oh my God.
Amari Cooper has shown that he's our number one receiver.
So best stats with Dallas since his 2016 year. So he had 1,100 yards, almost 1,200 ATDs. So as far as his stats, and I think that was his best average per game, his second year with Dallas was the year for him.
When they get paid, do they perform to the magnitude that they were performing, or that they can perform? That's the question. So even Patrick Mahomes, he's getting paid nothing.
Oh yeah.
Why?
He's
He's
working
earning a
off a
contract,
rookie
right?
contract, and he won a Super Bowl. Is he gonna do the same productivity once he gets paid? Now, that's all a judge of character at that point. Whether he'll do it or not, that's a judge of character. Because
Well,
if he wants
I
it,
mean,
he'll do it.
Aaron
feel-
Rodgers.
Either way, he's
Aaron
getting the
Rodgers,
money.
Aaron Rodgers didn't get paid until he won the fucking Super Bowl either.
Right. And since then, he hasn't been back. But that's not because
But everyone considers him one of the GOATs.
exactly. Well, I don't know about a GOAT, but everyone considers at least a top tier quarterback. And this is what I'm saying too. So Patrick Mahomes, if he gets paid, is he gonna provide?
No.
And that's to be determined.
The hater.
That's to
Why
be
do you hate my
determined.
team so? I've never hated on your team.
Well, I'm
I
just
just want to
saying.
see what your reaction was. When I said
History
no.
shows that mostly paid players don't really perform.
And that's
just
actually
history.
my worry about Tannehill. And I think that's why they did that with Tannehill instead of Henry, because if he gets paid, does he hold back and maybe not run as hard? Our entire offense is the running game, right?
Yeah.
So,
So
do not ever put Tannehill and Mahomes in the same fucking.
that's what I'm getting at. What I'm
It's
getting at is what you have to
disrespectful,
do as a team with your money.
All right, guys. So thank you for joining us on our second episode. We
But
appreciate
please
it.
do us a favor. Wash your hands. Stay sanitary. 6 feet away from everybody. Not like us,
Even
but
though we're not 6 feet away,
But
yeah.
6 feet away from everybody, and stay sanitary, please. Do
All
us
right,
that
guys.
favor.
Tell us what you want us to do. If you have a challenge idea that's related to beer and sports, let us know what it is. We're open to do it. Go ahead and comment below. please share, like, and comment on this video. Even though coronavirus, most of us are going to be in for a couple of weeks, we will try to provide you another video. We appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time. Have a good
We
one.
have 3 different cameras. We'll try to provide the best.
Take care, guys. We'll see you next time.